Good evening. Okay. How's everybody? As Francisca say, I am a resident of Los Angeles. I've been living there for over 35 years, and I also co-chair the Bus Riders Union. And briefly, the Bus Riders Union is a civil rights membership organization who had been struggling against the Los Angeles Metropolitan Transit Agency for more than 15 years, who had been deliberately neglecting the bus system and violating the civil rights of bus riders. Since 1994, the Bus Riders Union has been able to redistribute over $2.5 million back to bus riders, and $1 billion back to bus riders and the Los Angeles County region through the Federal Civil Rights Consent Decree from 1996 to 2006. And some of the gains that we were able to do is, first of all, we were able to stop any fare increases for over 9 years. We created one of the largest clean fuel countrywide bus systems. We replaced over 1,800 diesel fuel buses. We put back 1 million plus annual service hours. And there was a 12% increase in bus ridership. Since this consent decree expired in 2006, we continue to fight back on the MTA's attempts to erode all of the gains this beautiful piece of civil rights legislation did. Now, the question is, what does it mean to be transit dependent? It's just what it is. Your mode of transportation is the bus, primarily in Los Angeles. You're depending on public transportation. It means the fear of going looking for a job and that question being asked to you by an employer, do you have a car or do you ride the bus? Because they realize the bus system is not that reliable. Currently for me to take a 10-mile trip to Torrance, where I work, that accounts for like 2 hours one way in my daily transportation. It also means that I have to get up even earlier to ensure that I'm not late for work. Because in this economy, you know, being late 2 to 3 times a month, you're out the door. And often it means being on an extremely crowded bus that when you get off of it, your clothes look like you slept in them. And then you have to regroup yourself and focus on coming into the office going, yes, you got a problem? With the steady decline and the steady decline in bus service and the raising cost to ride the bus, a weekend trip for me with my grandkids ranging from ages 13 to 4, $20 to pay for 4 kids to get on the bus. $20. And for a person of low income, that's a lot of money. That's 2 or 3 days of groceries. So it is very hard. It's very hard, and the fact that there's no operating funds means that they're constantly increasing the bus fare. Now, what I'm here today for, what I am fighting for, is a reversal in the way this country looks at mass transit. I'm fighting for not having to wonder on a daily basis or weekly basis whether or not my bus will be running the next day. State funding has been cut in Los Angeles. There was no operation funds in the stimulus package. And even with the Transit Authority's 3rd sales tax for mass transit, they're cutting 120,000 service hours for next year. 120,000. That is a lot of hours. That also means that it's going to be less buses. To improve the quality of life of bus riders, we must not feel that we're locked in our neighborhoods. That we're not locked in our neighborhoods, limited to what we can do because of lack of adequate transportation. Limited to where we can spend our money, what education and recreational institutions we can attend based on the bus service. There's no grand super grocery store in our neighborhoods. There's no health food stores in our neighborhood. There's no clothing outlets in our neighborhood. That means a long bus ride to get there, which equals to approximately another day of work. As part of the Transit Riders for Public Transportation, we think that there must be an expansion of federal funds in the Federal Surface Transportation Act for the operation of the country's bus system. That's the entire country. This is a great opportunity to shape the way mass transportation is looked at in this country for the next 6 years. And we need the leadership of everyone in this room to support a reversal in this bill. We are asking you for your support to help and support people like me and the rest of the working class in the United States. Thank you.